Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel with an exciting new year. Today's topic we will be discussing about how to do things differently which can create a difference for you this year. Many of you have come back to me asking many non-technical questions. Anubhav, what is the right way of learning things? Where is the technology is heading towards? How did you learn things and how come you learn things much faster than anybody else does? What is that you do differently, Anubhav, to be able to learn these new things quite faster? So today I'm going to reveal my secrets of learning with all of you and going to give you 5 most important tips. With the help of this, you can quickly learn any technology. Yes, guys, any technology, whichever you are aiming for. This will not just help you to learn technology, but anything in life, you can apply these tips and start learning that thing. Be it anything, guys. So without wasting further time, let's move on and discuss about these 5 most important tips. If you apply in your life, you can learn anything quickly. The first important tip is find your motivation. Anything you would like to do or learn anything in your life, you have to first find out the motivation for doing that thing. What is your motivation to learn technology? What is your motivation to learn UI5, Fiori, ABAP on HANA, HANA XS, XSJS? You may be fed up of your current job. You maybe would like to change the project. You maybe would like to get promotion. You maybe would like to jump in the company. You maybe would like to switch to a better package. You may not be happy with what you're doing. Your job is currently monolithic. You're not happy with the things which you are doing currently because you are doing same thing what you've been doing since last couple of years and now you're bored. You would like to work on new things. You would like to explore new areas. You would like to get more and more new stuff into your game so that always it's an exciting story for you to work on. You like challenges in life. That's why you would like to learn new things. So you have it could be any motivation for you. Need not be necessarily would like to change the company or get a better package. For everybody, there is a different motivation. You have to find that motivation because once you getting into that thing and when things start falling apart, when things becomes more and more challenging, this is the motivation which keeps you get going still. Because I see many people just try to follow others and they just getting into the same thing, but they have really no personal motivation into the same. Because of lack of such motivation, when things becomes more challenging, they give up so easily. So find out your right motivation. What is your motivation to learn anything which you would like to do? In our context, what is your motivation to learn UI5? Are you fed up of conventional SAP GUI transaction? Or are you seeing a change in industry? The whole SAP arena is moving towards more better user experience with SAP UI5 and Fiori. So that's your motivation probably. Your motivation could be improving the situation in your company where you have a report programs taking hours and hours of time and you would like to optimize that with ABAP on HANA skill set. Your motivation could be you want to integrate multiple systems together. You have your ERP data stored in an S4 HANA system or a success factor system, and you would like to pull the data and display it on a completely different screen or probably integrate it with the SAP cloud platform. So you have to find your motivation behind why you would like to learn, why you would like to get into it. Without motivation, there is absolutely no point you going forward. The second important discussion is create the right environment around you. So once you have decided, once you're motivated, once you have your goal in mind that I would be completing in next 3 months my UI5 learning or I would be completing my ABAP on HANA learning in next 3 months, you have to create the right environment around you. There will be many people in your company who belongs to the same league, who would also like to learn. Group up with them, go for coffee with them, go for lunch with them. Try to spend more time with them so that you guys spend more and more time in discussing the same thing. Try to avoid the people who just waste your time. Try to avoid WhatsApp, try to avoid Facebook. The long time killing processes or the time killing things which is eating up your precious time. Try to avoid those things and create the right environment around you. Many times in my sessions, I always tell you to take a printout of my PPT and carry with you. And during your traffic hours, you just open that PPT and start reading through it. Why do I do that? Because that's another way of creating the right environment. If you have a right environment around you, you are eating it, you're sleeping it, you are walking with it, you are doing anything with it, then this is what is going to be part of your life, and you can easily learn that thing. You can easily have a good attachment with that thing, and you can quickly learn things up much faster before anybody else in your team or nearby you can do. This is a very important point. You have to create the right environment. You can also find out many other ways to create the right environment. Watch out YouTube channels, YouTube videos about it. Watch out blogs, SDN blogs about that topic. Watch out different tools which are there in the market, different updates coming about that technology, everything. Attend different events, seminars, buy different books, so you can actually create everywhere the environment. But when I started learning SAP UI5 about 5 years ago, 5 years ago, I had created that environment around me. Everywhere I had UI5 logo on my desktop, on my YouTube channel. Everywhere I had UI5 logo. I keep on thinking about it. My mobile wallpaper, I have changed it. My desktop wallpaper, I've changed it. So it keeps reminding me that I have to do it, and that's how you create the right environment around you, so that thing keeps just evolving around you. The third most important thing is you need to use the right learning techniques. Many people, they just simply start going through the blog and start copy pasting the code from the internet, paste it and get the output, and they are happy that they have learned. Sorry, that's not learning. That's just copying somebody else's work into your work and somehow getting the output. Believe me, you're not going to get the same confidence as the confidence which the person have written the code. The actual code, the original code was written by some person. That kind of confidence you're not going to get with this. That's why most of my training, if you have ever attended, I always tell, never ever copy paste the code until you learn. Once you learn the thing, once you know the concept, please copy paste so you can speed up your development tasks. But until you learn, never copy paste the code, because that's not going to give you the right perspective, the insight of the line. What is that line doing? What is that syntax doing? What problems it may arise? For just an example, those who are working in ABAP is not case sensitive. However, when you work in UI5, we use something called JavaScript, and JavaScript is case sensitive. And I see people struggling with JavaScript. If they copy paste the code and they have a small mistake done, they spend hours and hours of time to fix that up. But those who don't copy paste, those who learn with the right technique, they can easily figure out those case sensitive issues and other issues which may be there in the code. Okay, you have to enjoy the whole process. This is another important point within the right technique. If you are just doing for the sake of doing, you are not enjoying it. Start enjoying the code. I always tell in my classes that if you don't like coding, software industry is not for you. Maybe your passion is something else. Maybe you are good in photography. You would like to do some some story writing. You would like to do book writing. You would like to give dictations. You would like to go to colleges and give motivational speeches. Find your right motivation, guys. This industry is not for you. You are just doing it for the sake of doing. Please don't do that. You have to enjoy the whole process. For me, I love coding. I like coding. And that is the reason, that is my motivation, that is my way of enjoying the whole process. Any programming language I learn it with full enjoyment. I enjoy coding it, and doesn't feel like a stress at all while coding. So you have to have this right learning techniques, use the right tools, find out which is the right tool. Many of the team members, many of the colleagues of yours would confuse you. अरे यहाँ तो Eclipse use होता है. Did you ever question back? Why Eclipse? Why not SAP WebIDE? You have to ask yourself. Find out the right tools, find out the right learning techniques, use the right things with the right confidence, and enjoy the whole process. The next important point is to find the rationale behind it. Find the rationale and make it relevant for your work. Some of you comes from finance background, some of you comes from SD, MM, FICO, HR, WM, TM. Could be any expertise you may be into. So you have to now relate the learning which you have done with your work. Suppose somebody working on plant maintenance, you would like to try out a POC with the plant maintenance. Somebody worked with materials management, you would like to create a small POC with materials management. Somebody working on finance, you would like to create an analytical app which gives you kind of financial statistics. So find a rationale behind it. Whatever you do, try to apply practically with your area of expertise. That's when you're going to close the loop which is still open. So learning is one part. Applying the concept in your real day-to-day life is a very important point which many of us miss out. We just end the story after just trying a couple of examples. We never apply those concepts, but real learning comes when you apply those concepts. The next point is focus on the core. Core is very important to understand, guys. Everything which you do has something called a core. You start learning any programming language, it has a core. You start learning any foreign language, it has a core. When you start learning English, for an example, you have to start learning alphabets. You have to focus on the core. Similarly, every technology has a core. In our training, especially, Funda Fox is what we use. We used to call it as in our training. That's exactly the core. We will discuss about the core in our training. What is the core crux of that topic? Every topic has a crux of it. If you understand that crux, understanding the topic makes so easy, so easy. So find out what is the core of that topic or core of that technology, how the technology is built on, which platform it is built on, which is the base technology used to build this technology. And once you focus on the core, you don't need to then memorize everything. Things will fall apart just with a chain reaction. If you understand the core of it, it's pretty easy. Don't try to understand everything. Try to just understand system, how the system is, how the architecture is, how the integrations are. That's it. You are done with it. You don't have to get into every single deep of it. Just to discuss and ask with you, even you're having 10, 20, 30 years of experience in ABAP, it's impossible that you know every single syntax. Maybe not. Maybe just 5%, 2%, 1%. Even I don't know. The reason is because we work with core. We understand the core, how the technology works, how exactly the UI is designed, how is the interaction point will be, what is the syntax, and that's the core part of it. You don't need to know anything. You don't need to know the whole English dictionary to speak English. Just need to understand the core and the basic rules of grammar. So focus on the core. In our training, most of the time, I believe in spending more time on core and explain you those core concepts. Because if you understand the core concepts, you can then build big things on your own. If your foundation of the building is strong, you can you can plan big, you can really make a big building with multi-story apartments. Absolutely no doubt about it. But if your foundation is weak, the first earthquake, the first natural calamity is going to collapse your building. So focus on the core. That's very, very important. So these are my 5 tips, but on top of it, ye dil mange more. So let's have one more additional one, which is my favorite, and I love this the most. Consistency is must. This is a bonus tip, guys. Why am I telling all these tips? Don't you think that I have never faced a challenge in learning things? Guys, I hate reading books. Let me tell you my secret. I don't like reading books. Whenever I open a book, I felt like sleeping. I don't like reading books. And now some intelligent people says if you really want to become intelligent, read novels. So that really means that I can never be intelligent because I hate reading books. No, guys. You just have to find out your interest. By what technique you can understand. You may be learning with YouTube. You may be learning with new different techniques. You may be learning from newspaper and TV, from video games, from day-to-day life, from people, from talking to people, from travel. It may be your choice. It's your life. It's your style of learning. Learning is important. Channel is not important. I hate reading books, guys. This is my secret. Believe me, I don't read books. I don't even read books. But still I do learn a lot because I have huge amount of access of internet. I have access of YouTube. I have access of multi-dimensional channels by which I can grasp knowledge. It's not always the books. So choose your connector. Where do you connect and where can you learn it? If you like interactive video learning, my courses are always open for you. And I always talk in terms of from basic level, not from advanced level. I always consider every single student of mine as a fresher. With that, I actually start teaching, and teaching is my passion. I came into the teaching industry just because I didn't had other options. I didn't become trainer because of that. I become trainer by choice. Many times I see corporate trainers, they become trainer because they could not find a good job, could not find a good position, or they are drop out of company, and then they are giving corporate trainings. But I became trainer because teaching is my passion, because I follow training with passions. Every single class, you would see my energy level, it never goes down. Those who know me, they already know about me. Now, consistency is must, guys. This is the most important topic. I am observing a great pattern in most of my students. Many people come with a lot of passion, lot of energy in the first class, second class, third class, fourth class, fifth class. After about 50% of the course, 10% of the people, they lose the interest because they are not practicing, they are not consistent. If you ever want to learn and achieve and taste success in life, you have to be consistent, guys. If you cannot be consistent, please don't join my courses. I cannot teach you, sorry. You have to be consistent no matter how much time you give, but you have to give daily. Some people say, I learned today, or I will read today 5 hours, tomorrow I will take a break. No, that's not the way. You give 30 minutes, you give 10 minutes, or you just give 5 minutes, does not matter. But give that 5 minute daily. Give me that 5 minute daily. That is what puts you into a game of having a habit, guys. Because once it comes into your habit, you are unstoppable. Nobody can stop you, not even yourself can stop yourself, because that's a habit now. Consistency turns into a habit over a period of time. You have to be consistent. Give 5 minutes for your learning, no matter how much time you give, but give consistently. If you observe my pattern of videos, I have been very consistent in giving my videos. It never happens that you don't get even a single video out of me in a month. You would definitely get it. Within a month, at least there is one video comes from me. That is what consistency is. And a quick tip for the trainers also. The trainers, once they get popular, they stop improving their skill set by themselves. This is the biggest mistake which I see usually the online trainers and other trainer does. एक ट्रेनिंग कराया, फेमस हो गया, भूल गया, bye bye. They are just involved in that same training, same thing, continuously repeating. They are not improving by themselves. How will they teach you? The world here is talking about WebID full stack. People are still giving training on Eclipse. How will it help you guys? So find out the trainer who is consistent, who can actually consistently deliver you the right product, deliver you the right learning methodology, right techniques, and right topics. This is more important. Many people may commit you many things, but can they really deliver you things? Ask yourself. Check their YouTube channel, check their demos, watch out. Thanks for making my channel at this planet's most liked channel, most viewed channel in terms of UI5 Fiori and ABAP on HANA, and a lot of technical topics around that. Thank you so much, guys. And this is what you also observe. Consistency is very important, guys. You have to be consistent, otherwise people will lose faith in you. You have to be very consistent. Give 5 minutes of your time daily to me. Trust me, you are going to make it. Come and join my trainings. You are going to learn anything. Does not matter. Nobody can stop you. Find out on my website, onlinefurytrainings.com, when is the next batch of your interest, and accordingly you can plan to join that. Thank you so much once again. Welcome back to this year and have a great year ahead. Thank you so much. Goodbye.